Hey, good morning, good morning. Well, it's like afternoon to me. Good afternoon. It's basically afternoon. When you get up at 4:30 in the morning, and by no means is this anything to brag, just kind of it's been in my nature to be an early bird. So maybe you're not an early bird, but one of the questions I get asked often is, Mark, how do you not get tired? Why are you always on here? You always have a lot of energy in your videos and stuff. Are you just making it up? Do you like crash and take naps? Are you like are you on coffee all day long? Do you do Red Bull? What is it? What is it? How do you have all this energy? And I want to talk about being tired, right? And, there are obviously people that are more prone to have just more energy, but I'm going to share with you two things. I'm going to share with you how not to be so tired. And I'm also going to share with you a little story about, I'm reminiscing right now. We're going to go for a walk. I got Owen here. He's right here ready to go for a little walk. And we're going to go for a walk to school. Now, back when, just to kind of throw back about, let's see, my son's 17. So let's say 8 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when he was in middle school, 5th, 6th grade, we didn't have to get our kids on a bus. We didn't have to drive them to school. In fact, the very walk that I'm doing right now, the end of my street, the very walk that I'm doing right now is halfway to school. So we literally had like a block and a half to walk to school. And I'll never forget the call that we got. We walked our kids to school in the morning. It was great. But I'll never forget the call we got from our school when the teacher said, hey, we need to have a conference about your son, yada, yada, yada. And they said, he's just really, he's not paying attention, not this, not that. Maybe he has like a learning disability or ADD or something to that. You might even think that with me, right? And luckily I don't. I have a learning disability, but it's not ADD. I thought that maybe for a while, but they didn't put me on any kind of medication, fortunately. But same with my son. So they're like, hey, maybe there's something going on. And you know what? He was just being distracted because he just wasn't being stimulated in school. Like he wasn't being challenged. So also they just said, well, you need to get some of his energy out. So what we did before school, I kid you not. Now, mind you, the beach is just the other direction, a block. And before school, not only would we walk to school, we would go skateboarding. I'd even take him down to the beach. And when the water was warm, which is most of the year, we'd surf a little bit, an hour and a half before school started. And then we'd go walk to school. And I would say it's interesting because I'm trying to drain energy out of my kid. And why is it that kids seem to have so much energy, right? I don't know if your kids are like that. Maybe they're older, maybe they don't. And why is it that when we get older, we tend to get tired, right? Well, I think you and I can both say it's no surprise. It's how you treat your body. And there's a lot of factors that go into it. Well, I just need to exercise more. That'll get me more energy. Not necessarily. Exercise is super helpful. I'm saying I'm halfway to the school. And I'm going to show you where my kids went to school. So the exercise is part of it, right? Of course, exercise to get you stronger, to give you better posture so you don't get fatigued. But it doesn't stop there. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to be active, right? But what happens if you're active, but then you're still tired? You still seem to be tired all the time. If you're that person that gets tired all the time, what's the other thing? Well, okay, there's exercise and there's nutrition, right? What do you fuel your body with? So if you fuel your body with crap, you're like, no, well, I eat this and I eat that. Oh, but then I drink soda, or I drink a ton of caffeine. I eat the snacks. I eat drink the wine at night and stuff. Well, again, think about what you're inputting into your body. And one of the things we knew is if we put the wrong foods in my kid's body, it was like adding gasoline to fire. It was really like, it was craziness. It was crazy town for me. So one of the things I just want you to be aware, and why you're maybe so tired, is that it's not just the exercise, and then it's partly the nutrition, and then what's the other part is how you treat your body. So that also requires rest. What do you do for the rest in your body? Like how do you actually give your body the rest it needs, right? So when you're busy through the entire day, you're actually taking the steps that most average people do in their day. It's going through the days, their work, their kids, getting them to school. Maybe you're walking them, maybe you're driving them, maybe you're preparing meals, all that stuff. It takes energy, right? It takes effort. Not to mention all the added stress, right? So there's three things now we're talking about: the exercise part, and then the nutrition part, and then of course the sleep part, right? You get enough sleep. And I'm not talking about like, just because you get maybe 8 hours of sleep, it doesn't mean it's quality sleep. So if you're rested in the morning, if you're not resting at night, if you're not getting good sleep, chances are it has to do something with the exercise, something with nutrition, and then the other thing, stress. How do you deal with your stress and anxiety? Because the reality is we all have a little bit of stress. We all have a little bit of anxiety. Maybe some of you have more than others, but it's how do you deal with that stress? Do you just hold it inside? Do you just simply try to stuff it under and try to not let anybody know? But let me just share with you, hey, right here. So there's a school. It's literally like, and now I'm a bit, it's a little bittersweet because now I got one kid that's graduating high school, one that's in 10th grade, so has really 2 years, but they're both actually, my daughter's even going to be doing all virtual in probably the new year. So they're not even really technically going to be going to school. My son doesn't. He's doing all virtual now. So there's not even any going to school. It's kind of weird, kind of different. And, but here we are. This is a little school, live in a little neighborhood. It's nice. And, yeah, so those are the things to think about when it comes to why you're tired all the time. So people ask, Mark, how do you have all the energy? And like, how are you able to have all that kind of energy through the day? How do you not get tired? Well, I get tired at the end of the day. I'm ready to put my head down at the end of the day and go to sleep. I get up at 4:30. People go, you get up at 4:30. What the heck time do you go to bed? I go to bed at about 9:30. And when I say I go to bed, I literally put my head down on the pillow. I don't watch news at night. So here's a couple little tricks and tips. What I would avoid doing is putting things in your mind that are going to get you stressed and anxious at the end of the day. Things that are going to cause your mind to keep racing. And maybe that is one of the times I'll never forget. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like the show Blacklist. I thought that was actually really awesome. Again, I don't watch too much. We don't even have cable, but we have Netflix, and I think it's on Netflix or maybe Prime. And I remember watching Blacklist, and it's dark, right? Like some of the stories in there are really dark. And I remember having a little hard time at sleeping at night. And I'm thinking to myself, what the heck is going on? And then I realized it's because of the dark shows that I'm watching. So maybe that's a thing you need to adjust and change so that you're not feeling tired, because then you don't get good enough sleep. Then you wake up in the morning and you feel already exhausted, like you didn't sleep at all. So as the kids are going across the school, let me just show you, this is pretty awesome. Crosswalk, same crosswalk lady, Bella, she's awesome. She's been here for a long time. And anyway, I'm gonna walk back now. Sun is shining bright. Ways for you to not be tired all the time. Think of the things that I just talked about. Let me just turn around. My dog is, sorry, I'm spinning here. My dog is spinning me around on a leash as I'm talking. So as you're going through, why you're tired all the time? Well, how do you treat your body? Do you get good sleep? There you go, boom. Are you exercising? It really honestly doesn't matter. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, there's other things, and exercise and diet, and you got to get those dialed in. But just for energy purposes, you see, I feel I have more than most people with energy, and I want to have that. Why do I want to have energy? Because I want to attack the day. I want to be my best through today. Guess what? You have today, you can't get it back. Why not put everything you can into the day you have? How are you going to put everything you can into the day you have? Well, you do that by having the energy. Well, how do you have the energy? By the things that you need to do. Take care of your body. Be healthy and fit. Make sure you get good sleep. Make sure you're dealing with your stress and anxiety the best you can. Make sure when you're putting food in your body, realize that that's going to fuel your tank. If you put crappy fuel in the tank, guess what? You're going to feel tired. You're going to get exhausted. If you put the wrong fuel in your gas tank, guess what? It's going to like bog down. You ever do that? Well, maybe you don't have lawn equipment. We used to do our own lawn. We have somebody take care of it now. But I remember when we didn't put the oil and the gas in the right way, then it would not work properly, and it would kind of like putter, that sort of thing. Anyway, maybe getting off track. So with that fuel is super important. The exercise, here's the other thing. I think sometimes people just exercise hard and they think that that's going to give them more energy. It isn't about hard exercise. It's about the right exercise. If you don't know what the right exercise is, reach out to me. I've only been doing this for 25 years. I can help you. It's not like I've been working out for 25 years. I've been working people out for 25 years. Thousands of people in group settings, in private settings, in my own gym. I kind of know what I'm talking about. When it comes to fuel and nutrition and understanding your body, same thing, because that's just as important. So anyway, with energy, you want more energy, reach out to me. Hey, talking about energy, I hope you're getting energized up because Black Friday is right around the corner. Black Friday is here a week from this Friday. The good news is the holidays are here. Is that a good news? Good news, yes. You can enjoy the holidays. The bad news is if you're not prepared for the holidays. Now, one of the ways to prepare, I have a holiday survival guide. It's a free guide that you can take. If you want to hit me up, ask me. I'll be posting it later. If you haven't heard about it, I have an amazing survival guide. It's free. It gives you everything from workouts to meal plans. Well, not meal plans, but recipes. And then also a spiritual guide as well to help you get through the holidays. But listen, something even more amazing. I haven't done this. It's crazy. I'm doing a Black Friday sale. Now, I did a Black Friday thing last year. It's nothing like this year. This is insane. So I have two things. I have an early bird special. If you want to get on that list, message me today, early bird special. If you want to get on the early bird list for my Black Friday Get First Crack, the reality is it's not like I have 1,000 coaching spots available. I can only handle taking on a handful of people each month. So when they're gone, they're gone. Just letting you know in advance. And what that means is, as an online coach, I'm going to be doing like crazy. This is the most valuable, most cost savings way to work with me as a coach. Now, I don't even know if you're the right fit. So what we need to do, if you're interested to get on my list, you need to send me a private message today that says early bird special. And what I'll do is be in contact with you to get you on a call so you and I can discuss what you're trying to achieve, and we'll figure out whether or not you're a good fit for my plan, for my coaching program. If you are, then what we'll do is set it up and I'll tell you about this. It's insane Black Friday sale. It's insane. And listen, the reason why I'm doing it, like Mark, why you're doing it, hey, you're a good like sales guy. No, honestly, I know a couple things that happened this year. I know people trashed their health this year. I know it's been up above and beyond hard for people to stay on track. Life got thrown upside down. And I would say is I've seen it. I saw it through the year, but I also saw a lot of transformations, people that I got to work with that jumped on board and started working with me. And I want more of that. And I want to offer as much of a value as I possibly can. And you see, one of the things that God's been blessing me with is in my business. He's really helped me. He put a right coach in my way. He helped me give me direction to my coaching program, and I'm very blessed and grateful for that. I've had the best year I've ever had, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this because I want to be able to give back and provide as much value as I possibly can. I still am in pursuit to helping over 1,000 people. I'm still in pursuit to helping over 1,000 people. Now, I've helped thousands over the years, but I'm in pursuit right now to help 1,000 people in the online space, and I'm getting there. I've doubled from what I'd done last year, but I'm not quite there yet. And I want to help as many people as possible, and I want to provide as much value. And I know for some of you who have struggled in your weight loss and your health and your fitness, you went down the quick fix road again. You did the ketos and all the shakes and the pills and the potions and all that stuff. You tried to get it done the easy way, and the reality is you didn't. You tried the hard way, because the reality is it isn't a solution. It was just a tactic or just some kind of little marketing scheme to get you in. Mine's different. I'm taking you on a road. It's a path to success. If you want to know what that's all about, then hit me up. Again, early bird special. Send me a private message. Say early bird special. That's all you have to do, and we'll get on the right path. And listen, you can have the energy you want. You can actually have the kind of energy that you need to just not just kind of get through life, but actually to live it to the fullest. That's all I have. Hope you have an amazing day. We've only walked maybe a mile or so. I got a couple more miles to walk. This dog, talk about energy. This dog right here who's all wrapped up. This one here, he reminds me about energy every single day. If I don't walk him, now just to give you we walk him twice a day. Once we walk and once we run on the bike. It's typically 3 to 4 miles, and then once is walked. And I'll tell you, if I don't walk him, he's a beast. He's a beast. He's a pit bull Ridgeback mix, and he has endless energy. You know anything about Ridgebacks? They're basically lion hunters. You think they have energy to hunt lions? Of course they do. I don't know why we chose a lion hunting type dog, but we rescued him. And I would say is if you want to know anything about energy, just look up those Ridgeback dogs. They're crazy energies. So anyway, take care. I hope your energy is awesome today. And if it's not, reach out to me and let's do it together. Come on.